Now I have three different stories of men taking the lives of women. So this woman, this young woman, because she was literally born in 2002, Marissa Ann Nichole Roberts, was cut down, life cut short by her boyfriend of 2 months. One of my TikTok friends sent me this story in my inbox. She says, "Girl, I'm so upset right now. My best friend, who is 30 years older than me, her 22-year-old granddaughter was just unalived by her boyfriend of 2 months. The story is horrifying. He beat her up twice. The second time she had to go to the hospital. We all told her to leave and she could stay with any of us. She stayed, basically stayed with him. She stayed and was coerced by his family to drop the assault charges. Then he put something in her drink and she died from it. And while she was dying, he watched as his dogs attacked her, and he didn't stop it or call the police. This is why I don't trust NIM. It's not all NIM, but it's scary. But the scary part is that it could be any of them. And this isn't the first woman who died under suspicious circumstances with them. They labeled her as an OD, an overdose, and closed her case. Now they have to exhume her and test for drugs. Please, ladies, please, young ladies, walk away as soon as you get that first red flag. I don't care if this is your first boyfriend. I don't care if he's never done this before. I don't care. This is way too dangerous. And these people are wilding out right now. Then I was sent this story yesterday. Fugitive who allegedly unalived girlfriend in Boston caught in Kenya after escaping custody. Kevin Kankathy escaped custody before being extradited to the U.S. The suspect, accused of unaliving his girlfriend at Boston's Logan International Airport and fleeing to Kenya, was recaptured Tuesday after he escaped custody a week ago. Kevin Kankathy was caught after they conducted an intelligence-led operation, Kenyan officials said. Earlier this week, police said they arrested two people they believe helped him escape. In addition to announcing the arrest, Amin Mohammed Ibrahim, chief of Kenya's Directorate of Criminal Investigations, has said Tuesday that they have made progress in their search for Kankathy. It's unfortunate that after we made laborious efforts to apprehend him, that through the circumstances yet to be determined, Kevin escaped from police custody, Muthagai police station for that matter. But so far so good. We have progressed very well, and as of today, arrested two people who we suspect facilitated the disappearance of the fugitive. Authorities offered no further details on the two people who were arrested or how they helped facilitate his arrest. Kinkathy was awaiting extradition to the U.S. under suspicion that he had unalived his girlfriend and left her body at the airport last November. In the fullness of time and very soon, we should be able to apprehend him and also take action against all persons who aided and abetted the escape of Kevin from lawful police custody. Kankathy was being held at the Muthaiga police station in Nairobi when he escaped custody on February 7th. He's facing first-degree murder charges in the death of 31-year-old Margaret Mbitu. Mbitu's body was found in a vehicle at a parking garage at Boston's airport. Kankathy boarded a plane to Kenya after the alleged unaliving and was arrested on January 30th after a 3-month international manhunt. I went and found a picture of Margaret. This is a beautiful lady, and her life was cut short way too quickly. All right, so here she is. And then finally, we have another family annihilator. An ex Meta engineer takes out his wife and two 4-year-old boys, and he took out himself in the Bay Area. I'm going to go ahead and just play a video of what happened of this. But basically, it just seems like so many of these ex-wives are unwell and they're taking out women and children with them. We've heard too many of these stories of family annihilators. So go ahead, watch this story, and just drop your comments. It's getting tiresome at this point, all of the stories that are being given to me. So go ahead and look at this video. The pictures of the boys and the mom are at the end of this video. Like, comment, share.
Information just in about the family of 4 found dead inside their San Mateo home. It includes how the parents died. But the biggest question, why? It remains a mystery. NBC Bay Area's Mariah Ann is live at the San Mateo Police Department with what she just learned. Mariah Ann.
Well, police just told us both the man and woman inside the home were found with gunshot wounds, but they say they still don't know how the twins inside the home died. Now, police were called to the home on Alameda de las Pulgas yesterday after receiving a call for a welfare check on Monday morning from the family's nanny. When they went inside, officers found twin 4-year-old boys dead in a bedroom and a man and woman both shot to death in a bathroom. Sources with direct knowledge of the investigation say police believe the boys were smothered, strangled, or given a lethal overdose because there was no sign of trauma on their bodies and they had no gunshot wounds.
It's being investigated as a murder-suicide with all the evidence that we found so far, with all of the individuals that we found inside the home.
Today, we talked with neighbors of the family, and they told us that the couple had lived in the home more than 4 years, and they were very friendly. They would often walk together in the neighborhood and seemed like a happy family.
For sure, loving. We would, from before the babies were born, you know, we would see the husband and the wife just taking a walk while she was pregnant, and then later on when the babies were, you know, just taking them out for a walk.
That's the huge tragedy of it all. I just can't imagine how someone could do that to their own children.
These are photos of the family. Friends identify them as Anand Sujit Henry and his wife, Alice Benzinger. According to court records, the husband filed for divorce in December of 2016, but apparently did not go through with it. Police say they have been called to that home several times in the past, but they would not disclose the nature of those calls. They also say they did not find any note at the home, and as best they can tell, there is no temporary restraining order that has been filed. Right now, the big question is the motive for this case. Reporting live in San Mateo, Mariah Ann, NBC Bay Area News.
It is so heartbreaking. Mariah Ann, thank you so much.
People in leadership positions need to be held accountable when they are wiling out like this. Texas pastor fired after church describes a pattern of predatory manipulation with minor. This person, if found guilty, needs to be in jail. A Texas pastor has been fired over a pattern of predatory manipulation, sexual exploitation, and abuse of influence, including with a minor in 2011. Aaron Ivey partook in inappropriate and inexplicit communications, indecent exposure, and the use of alcohol and illegal substances with a minor in 2011. Okay, that name, Aaron Ivey. I just Googled it because it was not in the USA Today article, so I am putting his picture right here. This is Aaron Ivey, the person that has been fired. Because instead of putting a picture of him here, they put a picture of the Bible. All right, so Aaron Ivey partook in inappropriate and explicit communication, indecent exposure, and the use of alcohol and illegal substances with a minor in 2011, according to a Sunday Post from the elders of Austin Stone Community Church. He also had inappropriate and explicit communications and behavior with 3 adult men since 2020, the church said. Ivy didn't respond to a request for comment through social media, nor did his wife respond to an email on Monday. Here's what we know. The church said it fired Ivy on February 5th after being made aware that Ivy engaged in inappropriate and explicit ongoing text messages with the man the day before. The church cited biblical standards for the firing. The church said it has reported its findings to the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services and the Austin Police Department. The police department said it could not find an incident or case tied to Ivy when the Austin American Statesman, part of USA Today Network, reached out for comment. Mark Wilson, a spokesperson for the Department of Family and Protective Services, said all case information is confidential and referred the paper to the local law enforcement agency. Timeline of alleged abuse. The Post alleges that in 2011, Ivy engaged in inappropriate and explicit communication, indecent exposure, and the use of alcohol and illegal substances with a teenage male that was outside the church's formal programming. In 2020, Ivy was involved in inappropriate and explicit ongoing text messages with a man. In 2021, Ivy was involved in inappropriate and explicit behavior with a man. In 2024, Ivy was involved in inappropriate and explicit ongoing text with a man. It just sounds like this man is a man-loving man, but he's still married. So it looks like his wife is a podcaster and she had to pause her book tour and take her social media down. I'm sure she was being inundated with comments wondering about her husband and why she was a beard to her husband. The website Erin Ivy, okay, maybe I should have said, did she know that she was a beard? Because maybe she didn't know. The website erinivy.com and social media connected to Erin Ivy has been taken down. The Statesman contacted Ivy through social media prior to it being taken down and did not receive a response. Ivy is the husband of podcaster and author Jamie Ivy. An Instagram post credited to Jamie's team announced that she is pausing all public appearances. On her behalf, our team asks for prayers and support for everyone involved who are hurting. People who are gay or lesbian, whatever, that is their business. Not having integrity and being who you are is a problem. And the church really represses these people. And I don't know if he has a church that basically says that he's not allowed to love men. But this is the reason that the church is so problematic. It socially shames people who are not straight. But, having a wife and then doing all of this, it was still a choice. So him being fired is his business. And I don't know if they're going to pursue when he was supposedly texting a teenage boy, but I guess we will see. But for right now, Jamie Ivy, her life and money has been turned upside down because of her man. I mean, I'm sorry, because of Erin Ivy. My bad, y'all.